So I just met with a young family, a very young couple, and this episode was stirred in me about what we were talking about with them. So if you're 20-something years old, this is for you, although this could apply for everybody. Check this out. "20-something years old, and you know that life is already crazy as it is." One of the things I've realized doing real estate now for a while and helping out countless families is that everybody is ready for ownership at a different season of their lives. Everybody isn't ready for ownership in their 20s or their 30s or their 40s or even their 50s. Everybody's journey is completely different. I specifically want to talk to you if you are in your 20-somethings, although this applies to everybody, but it's something I continually see because so many people reach out to me wanting to know what the process is of home ownership, and these are three things I really focus on because I notice that a lot of people aren't doing these things. This world gets crazy as the older we get, and so I just want to encourage you to keep these three things at the forefront as you go on doing life. Number one is save money. We live in a consumer-driven culture, society. It's weird. It's like you turn 18 and all of a sudden, all of these bills just appear out of nowhere once you enter adulthood. I know what it's like, and so sometimes it could be hard to learn how to balance out, spending and saving. But I want to encourage you to very early on put it in your heart that you are going to be a saver, regardless of what society says you have to be doing. You are going to start putting money aside every single month for whatever reason. It doesn't necessarily have to be home ownership, but emergencies and life happen, and you have to be ready for a lot of things. If you plan on owning a home, it's very important you start early on to start saving money. Number two is prioritizing your needs over wants. Everybody has wants. Trust me, whenever I go shopping with my wife, I have to keep on pulling her away from all these wants because we have our needs at the forefront. Needs versus wants. Everybody wants to have the new shoes, purses, cars, all of these wants that are stealing away from your future. Whereas if you would focus on your needs, you can start building towards a future where you can look back and be thankful that you prioritize your needs and you left your wants secondary. It's very important that if you don't need something, put it in savings. Think about your future, and your future you will thank you for it. Number three is start building up your credit with manageable loans. Now, building up credit doesn't necessarily mean you need 20 maxed out credit cards. What it does mean is that you began a behavior pattern that can prove that you know how to pay things on time, and secondly, you know how to manage your finances well. Getting credit but not maximizing it is a healthy way to start building credit. Therefore, if you have a credit card with a $5,000 limit and you only owe $1,000, that's good. You're not using it all the way or abusing the credit they've given you. Now, if you have a credit card with a $1,000 limit and you owe $800, that doesn't look too well when it comes to your debt to income ratio. It's very important you learn early on how to use credit and use it well and use it healthy. I know how it is when you turn 18 or you're turning 21 and every credit card offer on the planet just all of a sudden rains on you. I mean, it falls on your lap, and it's so easy to get tempted to just, hey, it's money there. Well, it's very easy to get into debt, and it's so hard to get out of it. I see it all the time with families, that, oh my gosh, it was so easy to get in. Why is it so hard to get out? That's the way life is, especially with debt. Start taking a look at your credit very closely every single month. Keep your eye on it. It'll help you out when you are ready to buy your house. Well, that wraps up episode number 32 of the Steve Talks Real Estate Show. Look at this. I don't consider myself to know it all. But I have experienced now story after story of so many families that had they done this early on, they would be in a better position today when it comes to home ownership. I highly encourage you to get with mentors, get with your parents, get with someone you trust that can guide you early on in how to manage your finances really well. Trust me on this, your life will have a lot less stress, and number two, you'll feel so proud of yourself when it's time to buy the house you've always wanted.